We should be live. Let me check the live stream page. Hold on.
All right.
Let me make sure here. I get the title and a garbage finish. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So guys, Icon and myself did not watch it together. We watched it separately due to because I was on a heating pad for most of WrestleMania night 2. My stomach was really bad. My ulcers or whatever it was. I don't know what it was. So I messaged Icon. I was like, I'm dying, so I don't feel great. I'm just gonna sit here and in the couch and sit on a heating pad. So that's what I did most of. So I was watching it on Netflix. You guys know me. I VPN for Netflix because Peacock, for some weird reason, I don't know what it is about Peacock in the States. Don't play it on Xbox. Do not play it on a console. Do not. It works on Apple TV to an extent. On my smart TV, it works the best, but it kind of cuts out. So I tunnel into Canada for Netflix so I can watch WWE in general. I don't really watch WWE on live TV anymore just because I'm spoiled with no ads. No ads change the game when it comes to watching wrestling. Honestly, it just does. To me, it's
Understandable.
it's much faster because honestly, you get to see all the stuff that's in the background of things. So, let's get into talking about John Cena real quickly. I think that's the major topic you guys want to talk about tonight. I'm gonna be honest with you. I knew John Cena was gonna win, and I knew a lot of us were gonna be right. The way he won it, I kind of just went. I'd rather him just win clean. Like, to be honest, I'd rather him just win clean. The way he won the ending was kind of garbage. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, garbage. Travis, was it Travis Scott? Was that Travis Scott that was in the ring?
Yeah, he tried to interfere, but it was felt kind of like how was it? It felt kind of lackluster and like kind of wishy-washy to an extent. I felt like it's kind of like I almost took like that last match as a restroom break, to be honest.
That's funny. I'm gonna tell you guys this. Do ever tell me ever again about Travis Scott. He cannot wrestle. He didn't look good in the ring. I had you guys. I had some of you that remember when Cody Rhodes when first John Cena and he stepped on Cody Rhodes' neck, almost broke his neck. And all of you guys all told me on most of you in my comments, oh, Travis Scott's been practicing. He's been trying to get better and take courage. Guys, he didn't look good. He looked like bad. Like he should never be in a ring ever again. And that title he's holding, okay, the title that he's holding, that hardcore championship belt that you guys all tell me about. Oh, look, I come from the '90s where that hardcore belt was legendary. Take that off of him. It's disrespectful. I'm sorry, it's just disrespectful. No rock sighting tonight. That's another thing that I have a problem with. No rock sighting. I thought that was really freaking stupid to me. No offense. I thought The Rock would have came out and had something to play into this to fuck over Cody, and they didn't even do that.
Yeah, I have to agree. But I think the only thing that I'd give kind of like Travis Scott a little bit of credit, or if you want to disagree, which is fine, is he probably took Cody Rhodes' finisher, and that's it, just for a little bit of a good prop.
Yeah, he did. He took that finish with some grace. He did. He knew a receipt was coming. Like, let's just keep it a buck. He knew a receipt was coming. But I'm just being honest with you guys. They could have had John Cena and Cody at the very beginning. Honestly, they could have had that opening up the show and had Cody lose. To be honest with you, they just could have because to me that match was trash. Like, I would have rather John Cena win cleanly, personally, cleanly. I'd rather him just be Cody cleanly than a fucked finish. I'm sorry. This is how I felt. You could have had that referee spot. You could have had that all. And you could have still had Cody come out, hit him with a crossroads, 1-2, and then turn around and have an STF and have that victory happen. And the way John Cena, the way at the end, the way they're going about it is kind of stupid too.
Well, yeah, it's like kind of a little bit like explain, but like I know he trying to like I don't feel like he's kind of like that heel on like the economics a little bit, but I feel like it's not really like you know it's perfect on that either. It just kind of concerns me a bit.
Well, I'm going to tell you, John Cena was throwing different moves tonight. I got to give John Cena credit. He was throwing different moves. So
Yeah,
I thought for a minute there that they were just going to have him win on like an AA, or he was going to do like a move that he hasn't done in a minute, finish wise, or steal somebody's move that he hasn't done in a minute, right? I thought maybe he would do a rock bottom or something. I really thought he was going to do something uniquely
yeah.
different and get a 1, 2, 3 cleanly. But instead, they did the fuckboy finish. Pardon my language. They did, I'm being honest. They did the F finish, and I was like, I stood back and I went, I don't know how Icon felt, but I was like, is that it? That's it?
Yeah, it felt a little bit kind of, you know, like not as like story built like well, last WrestleMania between like Roman and Cody though. So this one's kind of hit that sour face kind of WTF moment.
This one hits worse than I would honestly tell you. Go back 2 WrestleManias ago, and when Roman won, and we thought Cody was going to finish his story the first time around, it hits worse than that. And to me, I was left going,
Yeah,
I'm happy John Cena won his 17 title, but at the same time, the way I just felt the match was a little awkward. I just felt that they should have had John Cena just win cleanly and have Cody just take that L anyway. I'd rather John Cena just whoop his ass and be done with it. Personally, if they were going to go that way.
under yeah.
But the way they set the matchup, they had Cody's family on the side. They had all this going on. And then you had Michael Cole kind of going, well, it was just a little awkward. It just felt off. That's all. I'm not saying John Cena doesn't deserve a 17 title. Let's keep it a buck here on this channel. I'm not saying John Cena didn't deserve it. He deserves it full on. He's the GOAT. I have always said that to you guys.
Yeah, I agree.
I think your second GOAT in WWE right now is RKO, and I think he's going to go down as number 2. But time, like I said, Randy Orton is literally 43 years old, 44, right? He's still got time. So I could see what is he 3 away? What is it? Is it Randy Orton 3 away? Is he 3 away?
He had 14 currently, I do believe, when I checked the stuff, but maybe 4 if you want to get ahead of Cena.
I really do think when it's all said and done, Randy Orton will be your GOAT. I do. I still have
Mm-hmm.
that belief. I've always said this on my channel. I grew up with Randy Orton as the youngest champion until Brock Lesnar. I grew up with John Cena, right? I grew up with these wrestlers, right? I love each and every one of them. Okay? Brock Lesnar, yes, he has controversy, but I'm talking about him as a wrestler, not the person. The person's a piece of shit. The wrestler, different story. It's the same way I feel about Chris Benoit. I separate the wrestler and the human being, right? Because that's just me as a person. You could disagree with me. Some of you may disagree with me. But when it's all said and done, I still think Randy Orton will surpass John Cena. I still believe this. I'm more of a Randy Orton fan than I am a John Cena guy.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. I'm with the same thing on the RKO himself.
Like I'm gonna be honest with you guys when it comes to about John Cena. I love John Cena thumbnomics, but a lot of those titles they were given to him because he did all this stuff with charity. And I will give John Cena his due. He is Make a Wish legend. He is goated when it comes to those things. So
Yeah.
you got to give him that. I'm honestly gonna give you my matches of the night, and I'll let Icon speak his matches of the night. My matches of the night will go like this. I think the triple threat to open up the beginning of WrestleMania was pretty freaking sweet. I thought the Fatal 4-Way was really good, and I will honestly tell you, and when WWE really wants to go on one, I'll say two more matches of the night because I'll add one. Joe Henry and Randy Orton was pretty freaking sweet. And then I would say that tag team title match for the women's tag team belts are pretty sweet.
Yep. I have to agree with you there. Like like the tag team women title ones, surprisingly good, and I kind of didn't expect that on like was it Becky Lynch. So you know, usually blonde moment, missed that. I would probably give Joan Henry credit where for like against Randy Orton, which is really great and like have like a fun time too. So that's sure up a W for me in my opinion. And what is it? I do give credit to like the triple threat. It felt, you know, like I kind of guessed it right overall. On like Io's guy kind of winning
You did.
that.
I'll give you that. You did the other night.
Yeah,
You did call everything was about to happen.
yeah, yeah. And the Fatal Four Way, I felt like that's got more storytelling, a little bit more better too, uh, of like the triple threat as well. So it was more fun and enjoyable, I'll say, than night one.
Dominic Mysterio. I'm gonna say this. Dominic Mysterio. I'm gonna butcher his name 1,000 times. Sorry, Dominic. There we go. Mysterio. WrestleMania 41 was garbage in general. All those Cena fans. He's the GOAT. He has a. I mean, of course, 17 titles. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. Scripted laws. The best match was the main event night one. Well, that's in your opinion, Galaxy Speed. That's in your opinion, though. Night one, I could say the triple threat match was pretty sweet. I did enjoy a lot of other matches from night one, too. Like, we talked about that on the show yesterday. We liked a lot of matches from from last night.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't just that one. I mean, honestly, if you want to go there, I thought Becky Lynch and like Kyria, I thought that match was really entertaining for what they are. Bailey legitimately got hurt. She had to get written off somewhere. So I'm happy with that. And not everybody has to agree with our takes either. So at the end of the day, like I said, I really, really, really enjoyed night two, outside of the grand finale. But it was a given. Like John Cena was gonna win. I don't think Cody was gonna hold that belt. I think Cody may get it back in the future. At some point, I do. But
Yeah.
and Rollins and honestly Rollins needed to throw Rollins a bone. He has been losing a lot lately, and they needed to throw him a bone from last night. And him being a Paul Heyman guy, that was shocking. But I'm happy to see Paul Heyman working with somebody else. He's been working with Roman for quite a while. He worked with CM Punk before that, and Brock Lesnar. So I'm glad to see Paul Heyman getting somebody else. Honestly, I'm not mad over Seth Rollins or anything like that.
Yeah, and I have to agree with you 300% there.
WrestleMania 41 is garbage in general. I won't go that far. I'm sorry, but I won't go that far. I don't think WrestleMania. I've seen really bad WrestleManias before. I wouldn't put WrestleMania 41 as garbage. I would say it's average. I could put it there saying it's average, but I won't say it's garbage. I mean, there were some things like I honestly will tell you this: the Logan Paul and AJ Styles match, I was kind of entertained with that. And you got to give Logan Paul credit, right? You got to give Logan Paul credit. He didn't cheat this time around. He won cleanly. You know what I mean? He won cleanly. And he's one of the best he's one of the best heels they got. And AJ Styles put him over. So, and AJ's winding down. Like, I love AJ Styles. Don't get me wrong. I'm a huge AJ Styles fan. But AJ Styles is legitimately, he's coming to the end of his rope. He said he's not going any past 50. And he's 47 years old. He's got 3 years left. Out of the 3 years, I just don't see, I see him putting over talent as he leaves the door. And that's how a showman does that. Like, I know people are going to disagree with me on the whole AJ Styles thing, but like at the end of the day, Logan Paul, I actually like him as a wrestler. Do I like him as a person? No. As a wrestler, different story. Person, hell no, he's a shitty human being. Hell no. Hell no. His crypto scams to fucking what he did in the forest to all the shit that he's done. No, I don't like him as a person. And I don't like his brother either. But as a wrestler, I like him. He's fine in my book. He's one of the best tills they got. So there you go. Let me keep reading your question. He is the GOAT, won 17 titles. Well, you need to be here more because I've said he's not really the GOAT of wrestling. I've said that. He's not the GOAT of wrestling. Icon can vouch for me for saying this. I've said most of the titles that he has gotten has been given to him. If you want to go by me, I think Randy Orton's the GOAT, but I will give John Cena his 17 title. I'll give it to him. But I think the way they went about it was kind of stupid. I thought they could have done more.
I have to basically agree with you there. Like, basically complain.
Well, wrestling is scripted, brother. Like we're like go Galaxy Speed, right? Wrestling is choreographed and scripted, bro. Like, what were you expecting? And it's typical John Cena. Did you not notice John Cena was calling out moves? He was calling out stuff. That's typical John Cena, bro. He's never going to change. Like, John Cena on hard cams and microphones are always going to call off shit. Like, you could disagree with me with that all day long. You could turn around and say these people that have been putting up, like, I love how wrestling fans say, well, it's scripted and it's fake. And it's like, okay, go practice in a ring for a minute. Please. I trained to be a wrestler. Go get hit in the face real quick wrong. And you'll find out wrestling's not all fake. It's choreographed. It's like in a circus. Like, it's a carny type deal. Like, go learn that. Please. I love when people say wrestling's fake. And the boards when you fall onto the ring, it's metal, boards, and padding. It destroys your back over time. Like, go watch Stevie Richards show. He'll tell you all about it. Or Maven. I know people are about and Rob Van Dam. I know people are gonna go, oh my God, you're and Eugene. Go watch those 4 channels in particular. They break it down how wrestling is. Please. The best match of night. Well, that's your opinion, guys. Why do you guys? Okay, I don't know if you feel the same way. Why do you guys come into my channel just because you have an opinion means your opinion is fact, and that's how everybody fucking feels about things. Like,
I felt like opinions are like different from facts and all that.
Yeah, just because you feel that night 1 was great doesn't mean everybody else feels that way, right? Like, I'll put up Rollins and is the best match of WrestleMania 49. I'll give you that, but not everybody feels that way. Some people feel Becky Lynch being back is great. Some people thought the triple threat match was great. Some people thought Dominic Mysterio, and I even went there. Dominic Mysterio winning the Intercontinental Championship was a W. So and a swerve. So to me, I have Dominic as number 2 on my list. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I like Dominic, but I didn't see the fact that he was gonna win, the Intercontinental belt. I thought they were gonna give it to somebody else. But I appreciate I appreciate your comment in the comments, in my chat. But you're making your opinion like everybody believes that, like fact. Not everybody sees things differently. It's like I'll give you an example. Like, Icon and me can go to the same McDonald's, right? We can eat the same McDonald's burger, right? And we can have different experiences, how our taste palettes are. Like, Icon could think, oh, well, this McDonald's is garbage, and I could say this is just an example, hypothetical. And I can eat the same burger. Oh, man, this is the best burger I've ever had. You know what I mean? We could see things differently.
Understandable.
EO Sky, Icon called that right. Everything you said was correct about EO, how they were playing it. They played she wasn't wanted in the match. Like, she shouldn't have been there from the get-go, and she showed everybody why.
Yeah, it felt like like a fucking underdog, and that's kind of like, and I know she ain't felt that way a little bit because, like, I know, I know she got coached by Bailey a little bit, right? Like, I might be
Yeah,
wrong, but all right. But
she did in
it,
NXT. She did, and also with damage control. Yes.
ah, all right, yeah. So I don't know fully, but kind of felt that way a little bit. But
Well,
yeah,
I'll be honest with you. Like that match, honestly, it played off of all three of them. Like you had moments where you
right.
thought Rhea Ripley was going to win, and I went into it going Rhea Ripley is going to get her title back. But then when you look at the stats of that, kind of what you said yesterday when it came to who was it yesterday? We were talking about
Um,
Tiffany Stratton when they and
yeah.
I even went the way of last night. I even put Tiffany Stratton's match up there for a minute. And said Charlotte Flair did the right thing. Like nobody points out this. Charlotte Flair put Tiffany fucking Stratton over. I thought it was going to be the reverse because usually Charlotte Flair politics and gets where she needs to be. But no,
All right.
She put
I'm
Tiffany
sorry.
Stratton over. That was beautiful the other night. Like I don't know where like you guys say it's garbage, but Tiffany only had, we pointed out last night, she only had 3 title defenses. Do you have her lose? That would make no sense. You know what I mean? But Icon was truly right about the whole Io Sky stuff. I mean, you weren't wrong. You were very much right when it came down to it. They all played their roles, and Io Sky won the way she needed to win. Did I like the outcome? No, because I thought Mommy should have won the title back, but that's just me. I'm just a big Mommy fan, so don't mind me. I have biases, okay? Sometimes I let my
Um,
biases get in the way of things.
that's all good. Like, you know, I just want to have like a little bit of a disagreement there. but but I did kind of have to agree with you on like the Charlotte Flair did like the right thing because it would probably boost up Tiffany a little bit. But
Well, Tiffany
yeah,
wasn't going anywhere until Charlotte entered the building. Tiffany, what was Tiffany doing before Charlotte walked in? Really was not really having the matches that we would go, oh, great. Like her feuds weren't that great. Now, and then also now with Becky Lynch back, I'm glad to see Becky Lynch back. Hopefully, she has a good little title run with Valkyria. It bolsters Valkyria a little bit, and hopefully Becky Lynch turns on Valkyria. You know what I mean? Hopefully, we get a heel turn from her, where Becky, and then you have Valkyria versus Becky when they decide to take the tag team belts off of them. And they do the feud thing because that will make that Intercontinental belt even more sweeter. You know what I mean? I think it would look,
yeah,
that feud would be perfect. And before somebody tells me, oh, well, are you putting Becky Lynch in the mid card division? Well, Becky's won everything. Like, let's just put it here. Becky has won everything outside of those mid card titles. So I call the Intercontinental, it's basically a mid title, technically, for people that are looking into for the future that are future champions. Like, for instance, Chelsea Green will be a champion eventually in WWE. I do believe that. She's too good not to be. I don't think they knew what to do with her to begin with. Just my personal opinion. But tonight, the matches were not bad. Like, I will say night 2 was better than night 1. I will stand by that. I thought night 1, outside of Rollins and maybe Tiffany Stratton match and Jacob Fatu, and honestly, Jey Uso, we got to go there. Like, Jey Uso won the title. Like, I'm not gonna call this WrestleMania trash because they did the right things. Like Jey Uso they did the right thing, and you can call me a fanboy, whatever, but I gave golf claps to Triple H yesterday. I sound his praise yesterday. I did. Like for the first time in a long time, he did the right thing. And a lot of Jey Uso fans, a lot of this community are Jey Uso fans. Like, and a lot of you guys, like Icon was telling me, when and where are they going to keep having him lose? You keep having him lose, you may just have him go back and win an Intercontinental title, and you may just go, what was that all about? The whole yeet movement thing. You might just go, what was the point of that? So they had to put the belt on him eventually. There was no other way. So, yeah. And WrestleMania 41 was garbage in your opinion. And all those Cena fans, well, I wasn't really a Cena fan. I'm more of a Randy Orton fan. But to be honest with you, Cena deserved the title, but not the way he won it, though. I would have been okay if it was something else. The Rock came out. Rock through his, authority powers. You know what I mean? We were talking about the yesterday. The Rock should have come out. I think The Rock, I'm looking at The Rock differently now. I think The Rock did the fans a disjustice personally tonight. I'm a little mad at The Rock because The Rock did all this storyline at the very beginning and then no follow through. You know what I mean? No follow through. And that also pisses me off. Like The Rock did us a disservice. Dwayne did what Dwayne typically does. Gives us so much at the very beginning and then underdelivers at the end. The only time he's ever given you something was finish the story Cody Rhodes because the fans were all over his ass. Imagine the fans were all over his ass, and I guarantee that's what's going to happen. You're already seeing it on X. People are hating on The Rock right now. Rock's trending. The reason why is because he underdelivered. And it's a typical Dwayne Johnson. He always underdelivers. What's new? And don't tell me different. The only time that Rock delivers is when The Rock's under pressure by fans. And last year that proved that. So there you go. Moving along tonight. I will honestly give night one better for their kickoff stuff. They just got into matches last night or tonight. They had an actual Star Spangled Banner by Jelly Roll. So, yeah. They didn't have that here. Stone Cold Steve Austin crashes on an ATV. Crashes the ATV. Did you guys not see that?
Nope.
Okay, so he's so when he came out right to announce when he was announcing the audience, right? Did you notice tonight that they took shots at AEW? Did anybody pick up on this? Nobody picked up on the numbers thing, right? Well, I was watching intently. So did you not notice Stone Cold Steve Austin when it was one number and then said it was another number? Did you notice? Did you not notice the jab at AEW for All In? Notice? Yeah. I was laughing. I was like, yeah. Did WWE just do that? Did they really rib on AEW for what they did? Where it's one number is this and the next number is that? When Tony Khan said, oh, yeah, we had 62,000 and then, no, we really had this amount of number. Yeah, that's what they did. But no, Stone Cold Steve Austin legitimately crashed an ATV into the the ticker tape thing on the side. Did you guys not notice when he was coming out? And then they panned the camera off because he rolled the ATV. He literally rolled the ATV, and then he came off the side, and you could tell Steve Austin has been drinking. You could tell he's been drinking when he flips an ATV at that distance. You can tell he's been drinking. But yeah, Steve Austin did literally flip the ATV though. But you got to give Austin credit. He's probably been drinking all day. He's in his hometown, by the way. Just to let you guys know.
In Las Vegas, did not know. I thought it's somewhere else.
He owns a ranch in Nevada. Yeah. He's in a Nevada native. I think he's in the borderline of Nevada and something else, I think. Could be wrong. You guys can correct me in the chat. But tonight, I will be honest with you guys. Tonight's show was fantastic outside of the ending. To be honest. Becky Lynch showing up was great. I thought Becky Lynch showing up was best for business. She needed to show up. Too many people were talking about her for months. And I kept answering, and Becky kept teasing that she wasn't coming back. And it's cool. She's doing it for her daughter and everything. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool to see her back in the ring and whatnot. So WWE announces month of for John Cena's final matches in Australia. So I guess John Cena's final match is going to be in Australia. Okay, Icon. So how long are we giving John Cena with the title? How long are we giving before he loses?
Um, we're probably so we got only 4 months done. So that's remaining of 8 months. I would probably give like a solid range of 3 months minimum to 5 months maximum, no farther.
So you're giving him until SummerSlam then, technically.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go a step further. I think WWE's gonna have him hold it until his final match and then lose. That's my prediction. I could be wrong. So Icon's going till near SummerSlam. I'm going towards when they do the whole thing for Australia, whenever that is. Hold on. Let me make sure here that I'm even making my predictions properly. Hold on. Hang on. When is that happening? Yeah, later on this year. So I'll give John Cena until then. Um, Io Sky, I think she's gonna hold the belt for 4 months at least. I think she's gonna have a long, lengthy title run because they have a lot of faith in her. They had her win tonight. I think Triple H has got a lot of faith in Io Sky to hold that belt. And they don't really have much there for talent there to go after her right now. Currently, like outside of Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair, which I think both of those. I think Rhea Ripley and Bianca personally should just feud against each other at this point. I think that's what they're setting up for. And with the WWE draft, here's my honest thing. They're saying there's a draft coming. So here's me being honest. I think Io Sky should face people like Roxanne Perez. That would be one. Naomi would be another one. If they do a thing, Bailey, you know what I mean? Things like that. I think they should shake it up because I just don't want to see Io Sky and Mommy. I don't want to see Io Sky and Liv Morgan. I want to see a different shake up. Hopefully they do that. Now they started doing it with Dominic Mysterio tonight. I was in disbelief what I was watching. Honestly, Dominic Mysterio tonight, I was just in disbelief. I was happy for him. You know, I'll be honest. Wait, I'll be real with you guys. I almost got emotional because Dominic Mysterio, like the amount of work he's put in from now to, remember when he first came in during the pandemic era, right? He was trash. He legitimately is putting in really good work, and he deserves the title. Braun Breaker is destined for Jey Uso, though. I think Jey Uso, Braun Breaker coming soon is going to be fantastic. I think them going after the World Heavyweight title is going to be perfect. I think that feud's going to be better than anything that John Cena is going to be doing going forward. How do you feel with that one, Icon?
It actually can happen, dude. So I'm not going to disagree.
Well, tonight, I mean, I know we talked a lot last night, right? We went into depth last night about a lot of things. I'm still on the fence about WWE buying out promotions. I'm still there with that. I was really kind of nervous because they featured, they went hardcore in the paint with TNA tonight with Joe Henry. My biggest fear is I hope WWE does not buy TNA. I think TNA is going to come off the board eventually.
Oh yeah, I can see that. You're not wrong.
So let me read some of the hate that The Rock's getting right now, and it's legitimate hate. So ready for it, guys? And here you go, courtesy of X. Where's the hype, Rock? You're a bald fraud. You didn't even show up after hyping this shit up, saying it's going to be the new NWO. Where are you?
He's playing the Scorpion King episode movie 2 where he play John Cena underground Capital. And that's jokingly.
So The Rock's getting called out when he said, "Did all the dirt sheets said you weren't going to show up for WrestleMania 41?" And he said, "Don't believe the bullshit." And look, John Cena didn't. The Rock didn't show up. Wild. Let's see. It's almost time for night 2 WrestleMania. Boring reign is finally ending, and we're witnessing John Cena's heel title reign. Exciting for prospects of Seth is going to betray Cody, and Heyman will be revealed to be working for the final boss. That's what some people believe. Icon said that. You maybe you won't be wrong. And then they got a picture of Cena, The Rock, and Heyman. This one's floating around of them doing the Queen song. I see a little man want to do. They got The Rock, Heyman, and Seth. I think Seth factors in. I think a lot of people are starting to say Seth is going to factor in. I think Seth is going to factor in on this too. I do believe this. I think it's going to be The Rock, Seth, and Cena, and Heyman. I do believe this.
Probably so. But I've been actually wrong on Logan Paul versus AJ Styles. I was hoping that AJ Styles probably win one more WrestleMania over here.
Oh, so at the media scrum, Cena screws off the side plates for the title and throws them on the floor. Oh shit! He takes the Cody ones and literally takes them off. Wow, himself. Wow.
Yeah, that's a heel turn as well. He already had that heel turn, so yeah.
I kind of see it. A lot of people, everybody's predicting. Everybody on X is predicting Rock, John Cena, Heyman, and Seth, all in the Mega Group. Honestly, you know what? If The Rock, I'm going to say this because The Rock's been this way. The Rock shows up 1 minute and then he doesn't show up the next, right? So I hope The Rock stays in wrestling for a while and does with John Cena and his title. I do. But we'll got to see what Heyman does. We got to see what goes on. A lot of people are predicting this is what's next. So a lot of people are saying Cody Rhodes' reign was boring. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, a lot of people on X are saying Cody Rhodes' reign was kind of boring. I mean, not wrong.
Yeah, I felt like that is really boring. Like, nothing too great during the reign, though. Like, I was like hoping for like Seth to like face Cody though for like a good one time at least.
Scarlett Bordeaux looked good tonight during the AJ Styles and so tonight's, like I said, you guys could disagree with me. You could say that we're wrong. You could say everything that I don't know what I'm talking about, this, that, and the third. You guys can hate on the ending and all that, but I'm gonna say WrestleMania 41 for me. Last night I gave it a B plus. I was a little higher than Icon. Tonight, outside of the John Cena stuff, I'm honestly gonna give it a B plus still. I'm in the B plus category. I'm not even mad.
Understandable. I felt like night one is kind of like I would probably say like not nine. I feel like day one is like a 7.2. This one I would probably give like at least a 9.2 this round. So like putting together and Divide 2 is like would be like 16.4 Divide 2 it's like 7.4 or like at least 8, but like I feel like it's more of an 8 overall. So
Joe Henry got a great pop. Got a great pop. Now, there's been some speculation. The reason they pulled Bailey because of contract reasons, I don't think so. I think Bailey was legitimately hurt. She's been talking for a minute. She's been hurt and dealing with injuries. People are now posting pictures of her and Sasha Banks working together into AEW. Back the train up on that. Like, a lot of you guys got to stop with this rumor shit. I'm going to talk about this real quick. A lot of you guys got to stop this shit. I hate the IWC, the YWC for reasons. And yes, I used the hate word, and I know that's a big word to use, but it's like the Mariah May stuff. You guys got to stop that shit, bro. Like, seriously. Like, until we hear it from their mouth or we see something signing on the dotted line, don't mean shit. You guys got to stop that shit. Personally. Like everybody was talking about Becky Lynch being in AEW. Oh, Becky Lynch is going over here because she hasn't signed anything. She's being with her kids. I remember a lot of you mofos in the IWC, YWC was like predicting her to be over on the AEW side because she wasn't signing. She was just taking time away. I knew she's WWE for life. Like, guys, I know when talent's WWE for life. Like, for instance, Sasha Banks was never going to be WWE for life. She got treated like shit at the end of her first reign in WWE. So she went and took money. I'll be honest with you, do I see her back in WWE? Definitely. I do see Mercedes Moné back in WWE. Would I like her to stay in AEW? Yes. Would I like to see Mariah May stay in AEW? Yes. The reasons why I say Mariah May should stay in AEW is because there's too much women's talent in WWE. Too many good women's talent, to be honest with you. Jordan Grace is up and coming. You got Roxanne Perez going to the main roster. There's too many good people. And I love how people say, well, WWE should go after this person, that person. I think they have too much talent. AEW and WWE have too much talent. And not enough talent's being utilized.
I have to agree. Like, I don't see like ill enough at all. And like there are like a few talents that WWE is kind of missing and kind of misuse and miss the opportunity with them. So you're not wrong.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I love how people are saying, like, Mariah May needs to go over here, and Mariah May, just because she had an interview, and then a lot of people are so like sheep. They follow Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez like sheep. And then they're like, oh, because they say this and because their people say this, it's like, we're going to take this as fact. Like, we don't know. Money changes everybody. Take a look at Randy Orton, for instance, right? What a lot of people don't realize, Randy Orton, remember when he played the Elite Hotel shit and then he got a big amount of money from WWE? Maybe Mariah May's playing people. She wants big money. But my point is to a lot of you guys, man, like, to a lot of you, like, don't believe everything you read when it comes to wrestling. Form your own opinion. Becky Lynch was a no-brainer was a no-brainer. Another person that looked really good tonight, I'm going to be honest, was Drew McIntyre. That match wasn't bad. I didn't mind the street fight.
Yeah.
The street fight wasn't
Same
bad.
here. I actually do like it overall. It was enjoyable.
I was royally entertained. I was like, okay, all right. I was waiting for the blood spots, but I knew they couldn't go that far because, Netflix wants to keep it family friendly and a few other places want to keep it family friendly, so I get it.
Understandable with that one.
But like I said before to a lot of you guys, like, these shows were good. I mean, outside of the John Cena stuff and the New Day and a few other minor miss-ups, it's been a solid be-all weekend for me. Brody Lee's kid debuted during WrestleMania weekend for GCW at 16. Brody Lee Jr.
It is badass.
Number 1 or whatever is what they call him in the Dark Order.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little bit dangerous a bit, but that's like still badass.
Well, he didn't really wrestle. He had a couple of spots. It was pretty much a circus kind of match, where he didn't do much but got the victory anyway.
Understandable. All right, then never mind.
He's kind of in he's been training for a while. So, and he looks like he looks really skinny. So he's going to have to bulk up eventually. I don't think he's going to be big like his dad in per se, But I think he's gonna be a big tall guy. I think he's gonna be like Logan Paul-esque, like tall and skinny. I don't think he's gonna be like big like his dad. But who knows? He's got a long.
Oh yeah.
He's got plenty of time to grow. Plenty of time to grow.
You're not wrong, my dude.
Jey Uso being world heavyweight champion was a definite W to me. They had to pull the trigger.
Yeah,
they definitely had to. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
and yeah, you're right about that one. They gotta use him with like that moment to make this a yeet crowd going wild.
Exactly. Huh. And Logan Paul tonight. I'll be honest, his character in WWE is such a troll because he pulled Hulk Hogan out just to get a reaction. And I went, oh, damn, they went there. Tonight, WWE pulled some blunders. We're going to talk about some of that too tonight here on the show. And I talked to Icon off the side about this. They took shots at Oakland tonight. Michael Cole took shots tonight. I blame Dwayne Johnson. Okay, so hold on. Let me read your comment. I blame Dwayne, The Rock, always coming back for a brief. Well, we talked about that. I agree with you there. Changes all the time, all of the plans, then leaves us to deal with the story that he cheated while not even being there for the. Well, I can't justify The Rock. Okay, I'm not going to justify The Rock. I agree with everybody that's been upset, so I agree with you. But what I'm going to tell you is The Rock's a busy man. Like, he's running a football league. He's running his production stuff, and he's now working with Vin Diesel, which was just recently announced Fast and 6. So he's a busy man. But I agree with everybody on the aspect that The Rock should not be teasing things and making things out to be. He needs to be more transparent with people, so the hate is justified. Like,
yeah.
But he is a busy man, though, because if you follow him and see what he's up to, he's constantly doing something. And he was just at a UFL game yesterday. So, and the UFL, let's keep it a buck here. I was telling Icon yesterday, it looked like there was only 200 people in the audience. There wasn't many people in a stadium. It was kind of sad.
Talk about like a high school football kind of, response there.
Yeah. The climax I would rather, and we talked about this earlier, Alex, too. So we also talked about this earlier as well, that I would rather had John Cena win cleanly. I'd rather just been a simple match where John Cena, like a ref bump, and then John Cena does maybe an STF, and then they have that go that way. Instead, they went this way. Travis Scott is not meant for the ring. I don't care whoever tells me. I had people that told me when he was standing on Cody Rhodes' neck, almost broke his neck during, Elimination Chamber. And then people say, well, Rev, you need to stop being so critical because the guy literally is training to be wrestling. He's taking courage to be in the ring. He's probably nervous. And I'm like, no, bullshit. The guy doesn't know how to wrestle. And it's just as bad as those two people, the Costco kids or whatever in AEW. It was just as bad. So don't. I think some celebrities like Bad Bunny and Logan Paul, okay, but they practice. Travis Scott doesn't look like he's ever practiced to be in a goddamn ring, and he's not believable to me. Give Travis Scott credit. He took his receipt real nice. I was surprised Cody didn't pop him in the face. I was waiting for Cody to give him a real punch. They send a message that you almost ruined my neck, you piece of shit, but he didn't. So, gotta give Cody Rhodes respect on that.
Right. Almost kind of remind me of fucking Batman Arkham Knight pop when they got knocked out though.
Going back to The Rock, this is typical Dwayne Johnson. Guys, it's typical Dwayne. We talked about it a little earlier in the show. Dwayne Johnson literally has been like that. Unless it was the only reason he did what he did to finish the story for Cody because the crowd, the fans made him forced his hand. The crowd was turning sideways during Cody finished the story. You could disagree with me with that one, but the crowd, all the negative hate WWE was getting, that's why they deviated. Because The Rock was going to have The Rock versus Cody last year instead. Or it was going to be Rock Roman, sorry. And Cody was going to be left to fight Seth over what? So the crowd turned on The Rock completely. If if the audience did the same thing this time around, I think it would have been a different outcome. I think if they got the hatred they did, but again, Rock is a mastermind, and that's what he does. And here we are. I see The Rock showing up on Raw, though. I do. I see The Rock showing up. Like I said, I think I know where they're gonna go with this. I think they're gonna have Seth Rollins in line with John Cena and Heyman, and I do see Cena all together as one group. I do. I think The Rock's gonna finish what he needs to finish. He's also been filming movies too, so. But again, The Rock shouldn't be doing what he's doing. You guys could disagree with me all day long with that one. You guys could say I'm defending The Rock. I'm not defending The Rock. I just think the way he comes out sometimes, he needs to be more transparent with people instead of saying, "Oh, the dirt sheets are full of shit." Like, just be transparent. You don't need to bullshit people. Just be transparent. I like Dwayne, but he needs to be more transparent to people. He's always been that way though. Even when he was The Rock, he was, or Rocky Malvia and all that. Like, he was never really transparent with the audience. Some people think he's a dickhead, but, you know, you could be a dickhead when you're making lots and lots of money. Let's keep that a buck.
Yeah, that's why he's always losing to paper, Apple.
Come on, it's the Rocky Johnson. He broke his fucking ass bone. Remember that, guys, when he was wrestling in a ring when he fell down? Come on, you guys don't remember? He broke his leg. He broke his ass cheek.
I thought that was Nia Jax with like, oh, my tailbone.
But I'll be for real with you guys. You know, well, it's predictable. Look, everybody knew John Cena was winning. Come on, we all knew John Cena was winning. Like, guys, come on. Some of you guys got to stop this whole like I'm mad at The Rock shit. And blaming him. Yeah, we could blame him that he wasn't there, but we all knew the outcome was going to be the same. John Cena was going to win. Come on. You got even Ric Flair going, hope John Cena doesn't beat my record, but I know he's going to beat my record. So, like, there you go.
That's tell me, like, without really telling me, oh, I hope he doesn't beat my record, but yet beat my record at the same time.
Here, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you in a Nintendo sense because we've been joking about Nintendo a lot on this channel. It's like Nintendo saying $80 games and people going, "Oh, it's okay, cool. Shine up that shiny turd and stick it sideways. It's great." So, come on.
I'll leave that as a no comment.
So here's coming out from multiple reports. Jeff Hardy was pitched to go against Randy Orton first, and WWE turned it down for Joe Henry. Triple H specifically turned it down for Joe Henry. It was a great move. Triple H recognizes talent, right? Like, I love Jeff Hardy. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I love Jeff Hardy. But if this is true and all the wrestling sites are saying that Jeff Hardy was first pitched as a deviation and Triple H stood and said no and he wanted Joe Henry. Triple H has always been a Joe Henry guy, though. Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, Triple H, when the Joe Henry stuff, we believe he shows up, right? Triple H was doing that all over the place with his kids.
Yeah, he pulled off that Batman signal with Joe Henry there.
So I knew that was coming in a way, or I figured it was. Okay, I'm wrong, and I'll take my L. I said it was going to be Aleister Black, but I was wrong. So there you go.
I was wrong too, completely. But you know, it's fun to predict or try to guess, actually. So no harm.
Exactly. Speaking of in wrestling terms, everybody's celebrating John Cena. Everybody's putting up graphics of John Cena. Oh wow, Rhea Ripley's I didn't know Rhea Ripley was a big Raiders fan. She's wearing a Raiders '60s jersey, football jersey.
I didn't know, like, what in Tornizzo when I was starting to quit on like watching the NFL, like, see it.
Let's keep it a buck here. Rhea Ripley and her husband live in Nevada, so of course they're going to be Raider fans. And
Oh,
who's her husband? Buddy Matthews. And what happened to Buddy Matthews recently online? He got slapped in the chest so fucking hard by Rhea Ripley during a live stream in the chest because, somebody donated a lot of money and he cried like a little bitch. It was funny. There's clips out
oh,
there of it. There's clips out there of that.
surprise! Like, sorry to interrupt. Surprised that it turned out to be a meme over here. Like, when she pulled out that, I thought Buddy would get slapped right on the chest by Gunther.
Oh, I gotta be honest, they kind of dumbed down. I'll be honest with the Jey Uso match. They kind of watered the match down a little bit. I know Gunther could have gone even harder, but they toned it down to have Jey Uso win. But it was the right move
Yeah.
nonetheless. If you really want to go and nitpick at things. Oh, I forgot the slam. I forgot the Slammies were on.
Yeah, I'll watch a little bit. It's kind of alright, but I do kind of felt like bad for Calfee though, for because of a town down under being like kind of goofballs, honestly.
So I forgot to mention, if you guys didn't go back and watch the Joe Henry match, Randy Orton did the whole pose like Joe Henry with the RKO
Yeah,
thing in the match. That was kind of cool. I forgot he did that.
yeah, it was pretty funny though. So that's a W match.
And I'm gonna be honest, AEW, take notes. I'm gonna say this out loud. AEW, take notes, and I can call you guys out for this. Take a look at back-to-back nights with the Lucha Brothers. Look at how much they look like stars. That's how you book people. AEW, Tony Khan, take notes. I got to give WWE credit with that. Yes, I know Ray Phoenix lost to Eo Millicano of Gulf of America. Icon was here. I was falling out on my seat with that one because I like comedy when it comes to wrestling, right? And I know it's Chad Gable, and I know people are gonna say, "Well, Chad Gable's not being booked right. Why are you laughing so hard?" Because at least he's winning matches, though. But it doesn't matter to me. Like I just want him to win matches. He could be a goofball and still win
Yeah,
matches.
well, understandable, and like everyone have different point of different humor, which is good though.
And yes, the Gulf of America thing, our current blah 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 uses it all the time, and I just thought it was funny. I thought the Americano thing was funny as hell. They're calling him a cup of coffee luchador guy. I thought it was funny as shit. I like when WWE does stupid shit. Come on, like, not everything has to be so serious when it comes to wrestling, right? Not everything needs to be
Uh-huh.
blood and guts, like like AEW does all the time. It could be like comedy, hokey pokey shit, and I'd be
Uh,
funny.
you're not wrong in that one. Like I did have like a good left on the boogeyman and the slammies for like seeing TikTok, then do like the his usual stick there.
And tonight they brought out Slayer, the guitarist from Slayer. They brought him out for Damian Priest. I kind of marked out for that.
Yeah.
Slayer's great. I was like, holy shit! All
Oh
right.
yeah. It
And then
fits well with like Damien though, so that's a major SW.
and they also brought out Drew McIntyre. They gave Drew McIntyre the Doom Slayer shit. It was great. I was like,
Yep.
yes. They need to incorporate more gaming into wrestling to me sometimes, and I'm like, cool with that. Like
That kind of almost remind me of like Kano from MK.
that too. That also looked cool too. Yeah, I kind of went. That's what they're doing, and I went, oh yeah, the new Doom game's coming out, the Dark Ages, and they had it all over the place. Like, yes, I know people are gonna be upset. Why was there so many advertisements in the ring? But UFC does it all the time with Monster Energy and all that, so things are changing. Now, I hope with them, and they talked about AAA during the broadcast. I'm hoping with AAA they don't go and they change it to NXT Mexico. That's my biggest fear with that because Triple H did say they were gonna have territories. So, and a lot of people, a lot of dirt sheets have been writing that they're fearful of this happening where AEW will go buy some promotions. I just have a funny feeling AEW is going to go buy New Japan. I just have a funny feeling with that before WWE does it. And
Oh yeah, like shoot.
to me, I just don't want to see it's a two-team war on who's buying what. And then all wrestling promotions are gone. outside of 2, and then you have like the big 2, and then everybody's fighting to go to the big 2. Well, that's just my personal opinion. But tonight the show wasn't bad. Damian Priest I thought was good with Drew McIntyre. I really enjoyed the women's match. I really enjoyed some of the commentary stuff. Like fucking Pat McAfee, bro. He was trying to say Netflix and chill. And I know what he was trying to do. He was trying to make a sexual reference to having sex. And I knew what he was trying to say. And I went, you can't say that on Peacock or Netflix, dog. You can't go that far. I know what you were trying to do. When he was drinking the beer, he was trying so hard to say something to do with balls and sex. And I was like, Pat, you're going to get in trouble when you go back. But I think Triple H was egging it on, like in the earphones. I guarantee it. Guys, Netflix wants to keep it family friendly. To me, Netflix should, like, if they're doing these pay-per-view things, right, my personal opinion with Peacock and them, just let Pat McAfee be Pat McAfee. Like, Pat McAfee, yes, I know Pat McAfee says stupid shit, right? Trust me, I know he does. But allow him to be Pat McAfee. Like, if he wants to say Netflix and chill, I don't think he was going to add any more to that. I just think, I think you should allow him to be who he needs to be. And Michael Cole. I like Michael Cole. Pat is there for a reason. Of course he is. Hell yeah, he is. I love me some Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee is that wild card that like makes me laugh hardcore. That's why I'm hoping with AEW they can find somebody like Pat McAfee, because right now their commentary booth sucks. They got to figure it out. They just signed Josh Matthews, so hopefully maybe they put Josh Matthews and Ikebani together on Collision. I hope. But again, going back to WrestleMania 41, I enjoyed WrestleMania 41. Outside of the ending match, John Cena, like it was very predictable, and it was a kind of a mess. And then people like on Twitter not understanding John Cena. John Cena calls out the fucking matches as it's happening. Do you guys not fucking realize that by now? Like, I've watched thousands of John Cena matches, and he does the same thing. He's been caught on microphone calling out the match to somebody else. Did you not see when Cody was on the ground? He was saying, we're going home. Did you not see that? Like, he was telling Cody that we're going to finish it out. Like, and then you got people going, oh, it's scripted. Oh, it's this. It's choreographed, idiots. It's choreographed, you moron. Hours before the show goes live, they choreograph everything. I was expecting The Rock, to be honest. Yes, and The Rock. Let's keep it a buck here on here. The Rock fucked up. The Rock underdelivered, but that's typical Dwayne Johnson. The only reason Dwayne showed up for last year's WrestleMania because the fans forced his hand. Let's just be real there. The Rock played everybody this year, and I'm kind of disappointed with that, to be honest. I think The Rock deserves to be shamed on tonight. He's getting memed on. He's getting shamed on. But some of the stuff I agree with, though. Like, people are pointing out that it may be The Rock, Seth Rollins, Paul Heyman, and The Rock all together as this mega group that they're talking about. I could see it. Honestly, if they want to really take it fucking serious, put Braun Breaker in there. You have Braun Breaker, The Rock, Cena, and Rollins, and you have a 4-piece group like that, or a 5-piece, that shit would be lit. Braun Breaker's too good. And Dominic Mysterio winning tonight. I liked it. Braun Breaker's destined for that World Heavyweight title, to be honest with you. Like, I think he's going to go through Jey Uso coming soon. I mean, that's the way they're going to do it. But The Rock deserves the hate that's coming his way, though. Let's keep it a buck there with that. So Mercedes Moné the other night kept her title at Rev Pro. Okay, whatever. Mercedes Moné needs to drop some titles. I'm getting tired of her holding titles everywhere in fucking AEW. I'm tired of that shit. I want Athena to fucking start winning. I was really disappointed Athena didn't go through in the fucking next round. That's kind of stupid. Moné wins everything. I get they got to please her and keep her around because they don't want her going to WWE, and that's how I feel about Mariah May. I don't think Mariah May needs WWE. And I don't even think, and this is my personal opinion, I've said it earlier in the show. Mariah May, all these people are saying that she's WWE bound. I think she's just doing it as a money play to get really good money from AEW. I just don't see her working in AEW. Like I said last night, Jade Cargill was garbage. And I said that straight up. Like her match is garbage. Literally fucking Naomi saved her ass. Imagine Cena will have a redemption match and retire as a face. I have no idea what that one. I do know he's retiring in Australia. I guess that's what they're doing. His last match is going to be in Australia. We kind of predicted here on this channel that honestly that he'll lose the belt somewhere close to his, SummerSlam. I think that's what Icon said here. The co-host basically said near SummerSlam. I have him losing somewhere around his final match in the company. And that's going to be in Perth, Australia or something like that. They're setting up for, redemption match. I hope not. I hope John Cena just has a run with this belt and then drops it to somebody and be done with it. I think, tonight what I saw from John Cena, he looked gassed. Did you not notice that he looked kind of gassed?
A little bit, like I know I probably heard he got like a little bit of like health issues a little bit, but I'm not saying
the man's going through skin cancer, so and radiation and all that shit. So
yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. But I know some people kind of don't want me to I don't know if you want me to mention it or not because it is like a really bad shit to deal with, and it is kind of moment.
I'm hoping for Doctor of Thumbnomics. I think a lot of people are. Well, I'm hoping what he said comes true. I hope that he said he had in the sitting in a locked room somewhere in his house. I guess John Cena said he has his new look and gimmick. If you go watch that Chris Van Vliet interview that he had like a year ago, I think it's 2 years ago now, that he was going to turn heel 2 years ago, and he had like boxing shit and all this shit that he was gonna do, and he had like a new music that he co-written with another rapper, well-known rapper, and his horns were supposed to be different and shit like that. Hopefully it comes true. That's what I'm hoping for, as far as I'm concerned with John Cena. I mean, I just want to see him have a good run with the title. I don't want it to see it be like Cody Rhodes, where it's boring and bland. And I hope somewhat The Rock plays a factor in all of it, because he needs to at this point. And The Rock needs to keep being transparent with the fans, man. Like, the problem is with The Rock, he's not transparent. And he's always been that way. The only reason, as I said before, The Rock even was at last year's WrestleMania the way he was when Cody finished the story, because the fans forced his hand. I was surprised fans didn't force his hand now. And then he goes on Reddit, X, and all these places and says, oh, the dirt sheets are full of shit, but the dirt sheets are proven right tonight. Dirt sheets were all proven right. Dave Meltzer and all these people were proven right. Rock needs to take his L and make it up to the fans, personally. I'm a little disappointed with that. And I thought The Rock would have played a factor early on into this feud, and he didn't. I thought Travis Scott would have played something into this feud, being the talking piece. Kind of like a Leo Rush. But they didn't go that way, and unfortunately, that's where I've left disappointed and a little speechless. They use the legends for dumb shit, but not when it could matter. Yeah. Well, the Rock, the problem is with The Rock is The Rock underdelivers. Like, Rock talks a big game. He comes out, does all these promotion things, but then you're building The Rock was part of this storyline, and you're telling me that you couldn't show up during the 4 weeks when John Cena's running his mouth, The Rock couldn't come out and at least say something? Or tell John Cena, you're going to be a dead man eventually. I could ruin you. I'm surprised they didn't do any of that. And then they brought Travis Scott in, and it didn't look like a proper match. I would rather have John Cena win cleanly, or have a ref bump where John Cena keeps, Cody in an STF for like minutes and he goes to sleep or something like that. Like, he can go to sleep, and then John Cena does another AA, and then 1, 2, 3, and then we can have the shitty finish. But I thought the 2 ref bumps, and I thought Travis Scott, that ain't for me, Chief. I'd rather had him win cleanly, personally. That's just my honest opinion about it. And I love and I like Cena. Trust me, I'm a Thumonomics Cena fan. I grew up with him when he first came on the scene, but the way they're doing it right now wasn't it for me, Chief. Like, that's just my personal opinion. You know, it's the same. It's the same way I feel about how people are feeling about the whole thing with Seth Rollins. It's like, no, I think Seth Rollins is going to be pushed to the moon and back now as a Paul Heyman guy, and I think he's going to align with The Rock. I do. I think him, Paul Heyman, you add Braun Breaker into that. Oh, dude, that's going to be a super group. And then then The Rock could kind of be in the shadows in a way where he could be, running the strings, like while he's doing and it's weird because The Rock should have been transparent from the get-go. He should have said, I'm not going to be here all the time because he's a busy man. Yesterday, he was on TV for the UFL game, if you guys didn't pick up on that. Yesterday, and he kind of bullshitted then. He was like, WrestleMania 41's happening with TKO. We bought AAA. He was saying that on TV. Go watch that. And he said he was going to be there. And I'm like, I'm confused. Like, which one is it, motherfucker? But The Rock would rather be at a 200 fan seating place in a stadium with no fans at his fucking football shit than being at WrestleMania 41, I guess. And meanwhile, my Lakers are losing terribly, so hopefully they run it back tomorrow and win a game against Minnesota. But anyway, night 1, I would honestly say outside the last match and possibly the Tiffany Stratton match. And I would honestly tell you what was the other match last night that I liked a lot? Naomi, to a certain extent, because Naomi carried, and there was a few moves in that match that I enjoyed, but the rest of it was garbage. But I think night 2 outdid night 1. Outside of the John Cena stuff, which was predictable, and I saw that one coming. Really outside of that, I mean, Fatu and LA Night 2, that was another good match too. Fatu should win everything. Yeah. Jacob Fatu should win everything. He should be main eventing WrestleMania for the next 5 years. That guy is too good. That guy is way too good. Just being honest. I agree with everybody. He should be main eventing every match, everything he can find. Keep the belt on fucking Jacob Fatu until forever and a day. It's funny. Solo Sikoa looks like his minion. That's so funny. And Penta, I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with Pentagon Jr. To be honest, I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with that. And or Penta, sorry, I call him Pentagon Jr. still. And Ray Phoenix. Hopefully they put them in the tag team division because they're gonna need something with that tag team division on Raw. SmackDown's kind of okay. Yeah. They're gonna need to really fix Raw up real quick. Hopefully tomorrow. I'm gonna make some predictions for tomorrow night on Raw. Right, the after show. I think we see Trick Williams up on the main roster. I do. I feel we're gonna see Trick Williams. I think we're gonna see Roxanne Perez, and I honestly think I think we're gonna see Julia up on the main roster. Just my personal opinion.
Yeah, I saw it got hurt a little bit through night 1 though, didn't she? Don't know for sure, but see.
One more time.
I think I saw her in a match got hurt a little bit.
Yes. Okay. I really need to start watching. Anyway, since we've been talking so much wrestling, I kind of missed The Last of Us, the newest episode. I haven't been keeping up with The Last of Us because honestly, I'm waiting for 7 episodes to get through so I can just go and start binge watching on Max. I'm very weird like that because they don't put the whole season up on Max. They just put certain episodes. Or they put one a week up on it. I'm waiting for it to have a whole bunch so I can sit down and watch all at once. I'm a binge watcher. But I'm excited for what WWE is doing now. I am. Jey Uso, I'm excited for that. For real. I can't wait to see what they do with that. I hope him and Braun go at each other. The last two nights of WrestleMania have been great. Outside of some trash moments, I gave it a B plus yesterday. I'm giving it a B plus now. But as I said, I'm gonna wrap it up here so I can get to some game streaming tonight. I'm kind of feeling the game streaming tonight. I love you guys as always. You guys know this. Again, we'll be back here for Monday Night Raw tomorrow. Tuesday night, as always, we're back reviewing wrestling shows, so I'm excited for that. And guys, make sure to hit that smash the like button, hit the stuff. I would appreciate it. Make sure to check me over on all my platforms: Twitch, Twitch, Kick, you name it. That's where I game stream at. We're gonna be playing some Fortnite over there. Maybe some MLB The Show. I gotta re-download it. Well, so while I'm streaming, I'll download it. But yeah, that's where we're gonna be tomorrow's Raw, and then NXT the next day, and then yeah. I cover everything wrestling wise. If there's a news story, I will make sure to have a video out on it. I still got to talk about AAA and how my thoughts on that is. We've been talking a shit ton about Nintendo lately. I kind of want to switch that up a little bit than just be Nintendo everything. I feel like I'm becoming a Nintendo hate channel when I don't hate Nintendo. I just hate what they're doing right now. I just despise what they're doing with the pricing and shit like that. So
I have to agree with you there.
I am not a hater of Nintendo. Just don't like what they're doing right now, personally. And Nvidia, I just don't like what they're doing either with the 4060 Ti and shit like that. So, yeah, tonight's show, honestly, I'm with Icon on it. It was a solid B show, B plus show, or B show. It wasn't bad, wasn't terrible. John Cena, congratulations to you. You're the official GOAT. I got to give you that. They gave it to you. It's in the books. I have to give it to you. Some people are gonna say no. I don't think he's my GOAT. I'm with Randy Orton being my GOAT. I think by the time it's all said and done, Randy Orton will be the official GOAT, but that's just me. Randy Orton's got time still. John Cena's retiring, so there you go. But yeah, we're out, skis, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Or I may multi-stream and start up a new stream here with some gaming, so who knows with me. But I'll see you guys here shortly.